minutes ago. Yep. Gaza, is it more than just real estate? That's a question. Guess we'll figure it out. It's funny. Last thing, I didn't add it to the report, but we'll start it off. There's a 2016 debate moment between Marco Rubio and Donald Trump where Trump was talking about the Palestinians, and Marco Rubio quipped that Gaza was more than just a real estate deal. So, funny how everything comes full circle. Mm-hmm. All right, well, pardon me. I know, we're so professional here. I just get information, I put it down, tab it out, read it off, a little bit of analysis, and you guys can do with it from what you will. If you want to get all this, it, of course, is the PrepperNow.substack.com, the crisis report, almost 500 supporters there. You get the links, you get all the talking points, everything we're doing here, so you, too, can get it all and decide for yourself. Most comprehensive news on YouTube. I go to multiple places and get multiple little tidbits of news, and we put it together. Try not to be one way or the other. Just try to be down the middle. And I don't know. I do it the way I like it done. I just wanted a half-hour report on everything that's important put into, podcast or type, vlog type form. And then from there, I can strap on the earbuds and, you guys can listen and, as you're gardening or mowing the lawn, or I guess it's all summer type stuff. Maybe you're shoveling snow, whatever. Yep, that's how we want to do it here. So you can get all the information, doing something else, strap on the earbuds and listen and just get what's going on. So, on that note, we are going to get started tonight, February 6, 2025. This one is entitled, Gaza is More Than Real Estate, ? Let's take a look. Israel Defense Minister orders army to plan for voluntary departures from Gaza. As wide as the Eiffel Tower is tall, the asteroid Bennu, potentially hazardous object, ranked third on the century list of potential future Earth impact events. There's a chance, albeit small, that it could strike Earth on September 24th, 2182. If that happens, it could set off a chain of events that would include a global winter, a planet-wide drought. You've seen multiple asteroid movies. You can get an idea of what it would look like. But, yeah, it's 2182. So, it's 150, 160 years from now. I mean, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Google has halted all workplace diversity pushes. France delivers its first Mirage 2000 fighter jets to Ukraine. Multiple nationalities amongst the victims in the Swedish mass shooting yesterday in Örebro or whatever it was. Terrible, terrible shooting. I think they should have gun control. Oh, wait, that's right, they do. Iran president says it's not seeking nuclear weapons. Good. Britain's government insisted Thursday that it must hand back the Chagos Islands to Mauritius to secure continued access to satellite communications at a key United States, United Kingdom military base. It's just basically Keir Starmer virtue signaling, and I don't know, it's just whatever. I feel bad for you Brits. Trump administration sues Chicago, state of Illinois, over sanctuary laws and vows more lawsuits to come, according to the New York Post. Trump trade envoy pick says universal tariffs should be considered. United States sanctions network that delivers Iranian oil to China. Trump unveils anti-Christian bias task force. Wait, whoa. What? I thought Christians were like the lowest of the low, and they should be the butt of all jokes. I guess Not anymore. There's a new sheriff in town. Yeah. Trump says Gaza would be turned over to the United States by Israel. Again, I don't like that plan. United States judge has paused Trump's civil servant buyout scheme. Yes, we covered her on PrepperNow's latest video. Seems she is your typical swamp creature, bitch, and yeah. She said, oh, you guys can't go in and take a look at where all the money's going. That's bad. Heaven forbid, her masters, the gargoyles that they are, sitting there cackling from the background saying, you got to stop him. He's taking away our slush fund. Yep, take it away. United States judge pauses the Trump civil servant buyout scheme. If I were a civil servant, you just buy out. Get out. We don't want you there. Oh, but there's some good ones. Yes, I know there's some good ones. I know. But there's probably 25% of that workforce that could be doing other things. Just saying. ChatGPT was down earlier while millions of users were unable to access the platform. The Israeli government was pushing for European countries to accept Palestinian refugees from Gaza. Donald Trump is ready to sign an executive order appointing Attorney General Bondi to lead a task to eliminate anti-Christian bias. How about we just get rid of all bias whatsoever and just hire people, get people, do things because they're just better for the job. I don't even care if you have strange-looking hair and neck tattoos. Are you good for the job? That's all I care about. Justin Trudeau's office has been hit by a network outage just one day before the tariff deadline. Ruh-roh. Democrats have pushed back Kash Patel's FBI nomination vote in committee by 1 week. His name was trending on Twitter. I don't know why or who or how or any of that, but yeah. White House is drafting an executive order to eliminate thousands of jobs in the United States health agencies. Spain and Ireland must take displaced Palestinians from Gaza, says the Israeli defense minister. They've both said no. I wonder why. I mean, they're such wonderful people, and you guys care about them and love them so much. Why don't you just take them all in? Trump says the Gaza Strip would be turned over to the United States by Israel at the conclusion of fighting. Palestinians will be resettled elsewhere as development teams begin to the construction and reconstruction of the greatest and most spectacular developments of their kind on Earth. I mean, the area and all that, it would be a beautiful seaside village, but I don't think the natives are going to be okay with that. Lego, holding on to the past and trying to be one of the last corporates that holds on to this bull crap, says that they can be or the Telegraph, I guess, says, no, the Science Museum in London. Okay, they're the ones. Lego, I guess, is just being Lego. They can be anti-LGBT because the bricks have male or female parts that are made to mate with each other, says the Science Museum in London. Okay? What if you're plugging something into a wall? You know? Does my fan that I plug into the wall have a penis? Or is that just a plug because it's an inanimate friggin' object? Good Lord. Think about that. They can be anti-LGBT. Like this is what you spend your money and time on? Good Lord. I would literally just laugh in the face and do everything I could to... Oh my gosh. I just like... Can you imagine having a group of museum goers and stating that out loud? I think I'd jump out a window, the next thing. Trump, let's bring God back into our lives. Love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's bring God back into our lives. I love it. I think we should have more God. Google drops pledge not to use artificial intelligence for weapon systems or mass surveillance. Now that I got a red flag on. Elon Musk's Doge team is feeding sensitive federal data into artificial intelligence to hunt for potential spending cuts. No, they're looking at payment systems. Okay? The IRS does this all the time with someone they're looking for in like a business or, this is not anything out of the ordinary. They're trying to find ways they can stop graft and grifting and everything else. So the whole narrative is just pathetic. Oh, great, this guy, this freaking dude. If you ever notice when I do these, and one's got the WW3 info, and the other one's like his post, it looks like it, but it doesn't have that meanwhile keep updated thing, that's because it's probably got some BS freaking like comment of his, idiot that he is. He's hemorrhaging subscribers. I'm getting to the point where I don't think I can even go to the dude anymore, because he used to have great stuff, and now he's a total just tool. But yeah, that means that I cut off his little commentary. He thinks he's so smart. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'd love to have a conversation with him for about 5 minutes. Get him up to date. He was posting about the Constitution and how they can't get rid of Doge and they can't get rid of the USAID. Bro, USAID was formed by a 1961 executive order. Another executive order can bash that thing into the wind if it wants to. ICE and DHS have just raided apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado, controlled by a Venezuelan gang, Trendy Aragua. Yeah, because they took over the people's freaking lives and homes and stuff. I hope they get chucked into jail and worse. New York Times, citing informed sources, said Trump's proposal to take control of Gaza shocked even senior members of the U.S. administration. Yeah, it was a pretty shocking idea. Not my kind of idea. Fire breaks out. Historic Egyptian bazaar in Istanbul, Turkey. Trump says Israel will hand over Gaza Strip to the U.S. after the end of the fighting. Okay, we don't want it. U.S. officials have notified all CIA members of forcibly being retired, as well as the entire members of USAID staff, Japanese media reports. They probably got that wrong. They're not being forcibly retired. They're being offered buyouts. And USAID has been dropped from 10,000 employees to like 274. I'll have that post later. How is that a bad thing? Just saying. Like, how is that bad? Oh, you're not going to get money to poor girls in Pakistan. Yeah, you're also not going to have like, dark money go all over the place and then land and help and do things that I can't even say out loud because first of all, they're terrible and second of all, I'll probably get in trouble. For the Pakistani girls, there's like 4 instances where it was just literally a slush fund for all kinds of crazy crap that I don't even want to talk about. So we can still handle the Pakistani girls. Don't worry. We'll get them taken care of. But we got to go through and make sure that the payments are all on the up and up. U.S. officials have notified all CIA members of being forcibly retired. I hope they do. To be honest with you. Exclusive, Russia is preparing to ratify a treaty allowing Belarusians to be sent to war, according to Belsat. Trump will sign an order imposing sanctions on the International Criminal Court, Reuters citing a White House official. That is correct. U.S. Representative Al Green has announced the motion to impeach Trump over his threats to invade Gaza and help Israel finish the stuff in Palestine. I rise to announce that I will be bringing articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds and proposed and dastardly deeds done. Dastardly deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Ukraine, yeah, that's a pretty sweet freaking imitation. I got you, Bon Scott. Ukraine launches a new offensive in the Kursk region of Russia. That's right. Reuters, quoting President Donald Trump during a visit on Thursday, the United States will not accept the unchecked influence or presence of Hezbollah, its allies, or the formation of a new government in Lebanon. Yeah, I will sing it. Yeah. Senior officials at Reuters, Washington does not choose government members individually, but wants to ensure that Hezbollah has no role in it. USAID was funding over 6,200 journalists across 707 media outlets and 279 media NGOs, including 9 out of 10 media outlets in Ukraine. Really? Yeah. It's almost like USAID was just basically being used to pay for positive puff pieces about our favorite Democrat Party. Yeah. Let's see. Member of the Iranian regime's Parliament's Foreign Policy Commission threatened Trump. Said, I'd say that whenever I get the opportunity, I will not hesitate for a moment to kill you, Donald Trump, and I am a political official speaking this diplomatically, said the member of the Iranian regime's Parliament Foreign Policy Commission. I wouldn't threaten the man. Israeli Channel 13, the IDF, held a series of discussions today following the Trump plan, during which the head of the military intelligence, or AMAN, Shlomi Binder, warned that the plan could lead to an immediate escalation in Judea and Samaria, or West Bank, with a focused warning about the month of Ramadan, which will begin at the end of February. Alongside the warning, the prevailing assessment in the IDF is that the plan is feasible, but to what extent it is unclear. Trump administration disbands task force targeting Russian oligarchs. Keir Starmer justifies handing over the British Indian Ocean Territory over to Mauritius by claiming that the electromagnetic spectrum would cease to operate if the UK government didn't pay Mauritius 18 billion sterling to take the islands. Tax plan is coming out by Mr. Trump. That's right, no tax on tips. Former bartender and server here likes that one. No tax on senior Social Security. Well, I got elderly parents. I don't think they should get taxed either. No tax on overtime pay. Okay, I like that. Renewing the Trump tax cuts. I remember those. They were pretty good. We made more money and I didn't have to pay as much out to the government every tax season. Adjusting the SALT cap. Eliminating special tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners. So if you own like the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, how you doing? Yeah, that tax break's gone. Closing the carried interest loophole. Tax cuts for Made in America projects. I like that. This will be the largest tax cut in history for the middle class working Americans. I hope so. Now, of course, we have to pay for things, but if they go through with Doge and clean up a bunch of BS, well, I don't know about you, but that could be all right. 60,000 federal employees have accepted Trump's buyout, with numbers still growing. Good. Keep going. NCAA has officially changed its policy banning men from competing in women's sports after Trump's executive order. As the father of 2 little athletes, I'm absolutely ecstatic about that. Should have never happened, and God bless him for making that happen, because I don't know if you ever heard some of the stories, the girls that were like worked their entire career and just to get beaten. Like, I remember the girl, this girl was in Connecticut. She's a cross-country runner. Worked her entire time, and she was going for the state championship, and some dude like changed and won. And of course, Connecticut, crap state that they are, said, yeah, we'll let this stand. Yeah, that's great. Great job. Trump administration is going to retain only 294 U.S. aid staff out of 10,000 worldwide. I personally think that's about 294 too many, but anyway, I get it. CDC has asked doctors to begin evaluating Americans for Ebola out of fear of the disease might be making its way into the country. Yeah, let's not have that. And no, I'm not taking any gibbety. I'll just, stay away from all other human beings if that's what happens. FCC is now investigating a San Francisco radio station funded by Giorgio after it broadcast the real-time locations of undercover ICE officers conducting deportation operations in the area. Good. Go get them. Montana is set to hold a hearing tomorrow on proposed legislation to ban mRNA gibbities for humans. But they're so good for you. Spielberg's upcoming UFO movie entitled Disclosure. The film is set to be released on May 15th, 2026 via Universal. Dum 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 dum. What movie? I'll wait for the chat. What movie? Dum 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 dum. What movie? Late 70s. Trumpet man sued by the labor group. Put in the chat. I know you know it. I'm waiting. Someone knows it. Something something of the something something. Trumpet man sued by labor groups, Democracy Forward, and Public Citizens Litigation Group in an attempt to stop dismantling of U.S. aid because it's a threat to our democracy. It's a threat to our democracy. It's a threat to our democracy. Where's my slush funds? Casey DeSantis considers running for governor in Florida 2026. Donors have been urging her to run. No, not airplane. It's a Spielberg movie. Come on. Ukraine has received F-16 fighter jets from the Netherlands, along with Mirage 2000 fighters from France. Ukraine Defense Minister, and will soon be used in combat. He also said about the support for the Netherlands is another significant step towards victory and ensuring the protection of Ukrainian cities and citizens. The Netherlands had promised to provide the 24 F-16s to Ukraine. In total, Kiev has been promised 79 aircraft from the Netherlands, Denmark, Belgium, and Norway. Ukraine, come on. There it is. Angie wins. Good Lord, folks. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Someone get me a mashed potato pile so I can form it into Devil's Tower. Ukraine received the first batch of F-16s from the Netherlands in the summer of 2024. Batch consisted of 6 aircraft. Reports indicate Turkey is planning to expand its military presence in Syria by constructing military bases and training the new Syrian army. It's totally what they're going to do. Nikolai Patrushev, head of the Maritime Board of Russia. Thank you, James Fullerton. You got it. People are emailing me the answer. You're a good dude, James. He emails me from time to time. You're a good dude. Nikolai Patrushev, head of the Maritime Board of Russia, stated that NATO is attempting to blockade Russia in the Baltic Sea and paralyze the operation of ports in the Leningrad and Kaliningrad regions. According to Patrushev, these actions by NATO, coordinated by Anglo-Saxons, negatively impact safety and reliability of cargo and passenger transportation and disrupt the global maritime commercial shipping system. Patrushev has consistently voiced concerns regarding NATO's increasing military presence and activities in the Baltic Sea. He has accused the West of baselessly blaming Russia for cutting underwater cables to justify their military buildup in the area. Patrushev also highlighted the strategic importance of the Baltic region, especially after Finland and Sweden joined NATO, emphasizing the need to strengthen Russia's presence and partnerships in the global maritime stage. Notably, neocons have been purged. The old GOP is dead, but the new players are not 2016 MAGA Republicans either. Give us the political analysis, CIG. Move to gut USAID seems to be a tool used expressly against political rivals, more so than opposition. The Institute for the Study of War is the peak neocon think tank headquartered in D.C. Their president is the sister-in-law of Victoria Cookies to Ukraine Newland. Board members include Bill Kristol, Mr. Neocon himself, Joe Lieberman, until his death, and David Petraeus, former CIA director. Huh. Sounds swampy. Israeli Defense, I used to get stuff from them, but I just stopped. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has instructed the IDF to prepare a plan to allow Gaza residents to leave the Gaza Strip. Panama Canal Authority says we have not made any changes to ship transit fees, kind of saying that America is still paying to cross through the Panama Canal. Ukraine has attacked 20 of Russia's 30 largest energy facilities, including a gas plant in Astrakhan and an oil refinery in Volgograd, in an effort to disrupt President Vladimir Putin's war funding. Ukraine's Military Intelligence Service, or HUR, Commander Yuri Shoichul highlights drone production advances. Tesla sales have plummeted across Europe. Major declines in key markets, according to January 2025. Germany, sales dropped 59.5%, from 14% to 4% market share, despite a 50% growth in the German EV market. France, sales plummeted 63%. Norway, registrations fell 38%. German Chancellor candidate Friedrich Merz said, "This is no longer the America we used to know. We must prepare for a world where Europe takes more responsibility for its own security, economy, and strategic decisions." You sound like a 16-year-old bitching because his parents are kicking him out and making him do his own, pay for his own way. Yeah, this is no longer the America you used to know, bro. We're done. We've had it. We've done everything we were supposed to do. We've helped. And now we just kind of want to go and do our own thing. Yep. Good luck. I hear China's looking for auto factories. Panama withdraws from China's Belt and Road Initiative. Good. Indian Foreign Minister, if we want peace in the region, Hamas must leave Gaza. Excuse me, not Indian, Italian Foreign Minister, agreeing with Trump. U.S. Treasury sanctions IRGC assets linked to oil smuggling to China, generating hundreds of millions for Tehran. Trump peace plan for Ukraine leaked, talks with Putin, ceasefire by Easter, and to Zelensky's NATO dream. That's right, here we go. Trump is reportedly working on a peace plan to end the Ukraine war within 100 days. Ceasefire is expected by April 20th, freezing Russian advances and banning Ukraine from NATO. Ukraine would have to accept Russian sovereignty over annexed territories and withdraw from Russia's Kursk. European troops, potentially including British forces but not Americans, would enforce a demilitarized zone. That one he'll have problems with. EU would help fund Ukraine's reconstruction, estimated at $486 billion. Plan includes Zelensky-Putin phone call in early February, followed by a meeting and a ceasefire declaration. Trump would maintain U.S. military support for Ukraine and back its EU membership by 2030. We'll see. Greenland's ruling Siumut Party plans to hold a vote on independence from Denmark following a general election next month. Semi-autonomous territory called a general election to be held on March 11th. Forbes reports that Russia launched a second Oreshnik missile strike on Kiev today, but the missile malfunctioned and exploded somewhere in Russia. Putin had earlier claimed that no defense system could intercept the Oreshnik. Bering Air Flight carrying 10 people disappeared from radar near Nome, Alaska. Haven't heard anything since. And most people are unaware that USAID gifted in 2016 $310 million taxpayer dollars to start a Palestinian cement factory project. Well, gosh, I wonder what they're going to do with cement in Gaza. Project was a private venture by a company called Sanad to create cement mills and factories, helping build Tunnels. Yep. Building tunnels. Wonder what the tunnels are going to do. So, all right, friends. That's your crisis report. February 6, 2025. God bless y'all. If you like being a member here, you can be like Bad Bobber. That's right. It is $2 whole a month. 8 quarters makes me come back for more. More. How you like it? How you like it? Yep, I know. I wish all this stuff just came freely and there's a report already assembled and everything else. But if you like what we're doing here, there are many ways to give me a little something for the effort. $2 is one here on the YouTube. Also, a few bucks on Subscribestar and Locals. And we've got Buy Me a Coffee. I've got that set up now where you can do a monthly if you want. But yeah, if you like what we're doing here, great. Join me on Gab, Minds, Twitter X, and Truth Social. Or Subscribestar and Locals. Or just hang out and watch YouTube all day, you know? If you can, let a commercial play through. That helps too. That's the deal. There you go, folks. God bless. Stack, stock, stick to the plan. Keep your hands full when you pat it dry. And we appreciate you coming by the Crisis Report by PrepperNow. We'll see you on the next one.